And what we're going to do first is, before I dive into your questions, because welcome, good morning, and welcome, and thank you again for all these questions. But before I dive into any specific question, I want to explain to you what energy is all about and why animals actually exhibit behaviors or exhibit certain emotions that does not, that's an imbalance, that's getting your attention, that is not, hey, wait a minute, something's not right. But let me introduce myself. My name is Dulsa, and I am an animal communicator. And the information I'm sharing with you today is based on my years of communicating with animals and them sharing with me what's going on. And it does boil down to the energy, to the frequency, to what the humans' feelings and thoughts are being exhibited as well as expressed. So, again, I want to welcome everyone here. So I would hold off on your questions at this point. Let me first explain, and some of you might not even realize this, but we're all made of energy. Maybe you've heard that a gazillion times, but I'm going to say it again. We are all made of energy. Life is energy. Our animals are energetic beings. That's the first concept. The second concept is that we are, yes, we live in these bodies, but we're also dimensional beings, meaning, for example, when you go to sleep, you have dreams. That is a dimensional reality that you're experiencing. Well, guess what? Animals, because they vibrate at a higher frequency, they too are dimensional beings. So just have that concept, that understanding. When you understand that animals are intuitive and they're energetic beings, that means a couple of things. That their frequency, or that the way they live, the way they breathe and function, is at a higher vibrational level. So if it's at a higher vibrational level, that means they're much more aware of energy. They're much more aware of their environment, whether it has to do with other animals or humans. It doesn't matter. They're totally aware. And animals are intuitive. They understand us. They understand our energy. They understand what we're thinking and what we're feeling, what we verbally express, how we express it, and what we have in our mind's eye as we are expressing it, whether it correlates or not. And if someone is expressing to their dog, oh God, I hope you don't bark at the, the UPS guy the next time they come here because they won't deliver. But you say, oh, don't bark now, don't bark. It's okay. It's okay. But in the mind's eye, you're thinking, oh my God, he's always barking at the UPS guy. That's what your dog is going to pick up on. So that's just to give you an example of how our energies, how our thoughts, how our feelings really emulate back out there to your animal. That's one concept. The other concept is if you are experiencing more than not a low vibration, a low frequency, and these are feelings and these are emotions of sadness, depression, anger, guilt, frustration, low self-esteem, doubting yourself. And it comes through your body language, through your words, through your thoughts, and of course your feelings. Well, your animal, what do they want to do? Your animals are here, and this is all part of that soul contract. They're here to teach you how to live unconditionally, first and foremost, in the energetic field, if you will, of love. Love is energy. Love is not an emotion. Love is energy. It's unconditional. But if time goes on, and we're talking weeks into months into years, doesn't matter. It could be days, that they're trying and they're reflecting back to you what you're putting out there and it's showing up in their behavior or it's showing up in their emotions. They're actually reflecting to you how you're doing. And so emotions as well as behaviors will come from that. They're trying to get your attention. So I'm going to pause right now. No pun intended. Pause. Oh, you can't see my necklace. Pause. Does that make sense for everybody that's watching? I got 14 amazing souls here, beautiful souls here. Would you please type in the comment section, I get it, that makes sense, or no, I have a question, it doesn't make sense to me, before I move on, before I start addressing specific questions here. And also, this live is not a reading. I am not connecting telepathically, intuitively with a specific animal. I am addressing general concerns that you all have. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Yes, this makes sense. Yes, Anna, thank you. James, hey, I get it. Awesome. Lori, thank you. Thank you so much. Anybody else? I got 14 beautiful souls. Come on. Good morning, Yolanda. Because then I'm going to scroll back and I'm going to look at these comments. Now, some of these comments I did check out before, and I'm going to address you specifically, and it may mean you be getting off this live so you can call your vet, but let's hold off on that. Seems to make sense, but sometimes not. I get that. Freedom. Thank you. Thank you for being honest with your feelings and understanding. What specifically doesn't vibe for you? What specifically doesn't make sense? Because I'm going to answer your question. Good morning. Hey, Vanessa. Oh, yay. Hey, Vanessa, sweetie. I'm so glad you're here. I was just thinking about you yesterday. Oh, send me an email. I totally get it. Awesome. Hey, Wacky Jackie. Thank you. Allison. Good morning, Allison. Awesome. So, type freedom, type it in, whatever your specific question is, and I'll look for that. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is, somebody made I am, are you here? So, excuse me, Tully's mom, are you here? Because I'm going to recommend that you actually come back to this live once it's uploaded, call your vets, because that's something I will never diagnose. I am not a vet. I am not a doctor. I will never, ever diagnose, but I will recommend always, if something is happening and you're not sure, always take your animal to the vets. That's always very, very important. Yes. So Tully's mom, I would call the vets and just because they can also walk you through some things, medically wise, so that they can address to see whether or not they want to see Tully or not. Hey, Charja. Hi. I get it. Everything is energy. Exactly. Okay. So now there's a couple of questions here. So somebody had a question about emotions and anxiety and hiding. I'm going to address that, and I know, let's see, my niece, Rosa. Okay, I think it's this one. Let me see. My niece Jennifer lost her dog Riley 5 months ago and is still depressed. Oh, okay. I'm not doing readings. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm not doing it. There was somebody here. Here it is. This is the one. My sister's dog Maggie is having several issues with fleas. In spite of all things, my sister has tried natural, chemical, better foods, vitamin, cleaning, washing, help. What's going on? So I'm not going to connect with your animal. I'm going to ask you, Freedom. Did she actually give Maggie a flea bath? Did she actually have a flea bath? All the things, because flea baths do work. Now, if she's tried everything, I wish your sister was here, but you can relay this and have her watch this. You can fast forward it to the 9-minute mark. If your sister is full of anxiety, many times animals will have skin issues, the constant itching, and you can give them everything. You can give them, big pharma medication. You can put topicals on, and it's all about the human's anxiety level. On top of the anxiety, of the human going, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Maggie, in this case, Maggie's still itching. And if Maggie is still, if you still physically see those fleas, this is real now. Your sister needs to pay attention to what she energetically and emotionally is putting out there. If she's constantly only seeing Maggie with the fleas, well, guess what? She's opening the door for the fleas to say, ooh, this is a great home. They're constantly talking about me sticking around, all of us sticking around. Of course, nothing's going to help. Hear me out. Down to fleas. They are living, breathing, energetic beings. Just because you have to look at a magnifying glass to see them doesn't mean they're not alive. Same thing for ants. Same thing for all insects. So I would get back. I would have your sister watch this part, and she really needs to start doing some inner work on her anxiety level. And everyone that's watching the live and everyone who's watching the replay, I want to emphasize, use my guided meditation to help you deal with your anxiety. Because when you start becoming more aware of those moments that you're feeling anxiety and you start releasing that, you will see a change in your animal. It's powerful. So download my free guided meditation. Also, everything that I'm sharing here, my 12 tips hits upon. Obviously, I go into a little bit more detail and I'm giving you more examples here. So you definitely want to download my 12 tips on how to telepathically talk with your animals. Because when you are communicating with your animals energetically wise, telepathically, intuitively, there's no space for low vibration. There's no space. If you're really connected with them on that frequency, they are going to hear you and they're going to be grateful for that. And their behaviors and their emotions will shift. Okay, so I hope that helps you. Okay, how can I make bath time less scary for my dog? Great question. Andrea, oh my God. Hey, sweetie. Thank you so much for being here. So, Milo. Yeah. You need to explain to Milo, first of all, why does he need to have a bath? Is there a specific reason why your dog needs to have a bath? If they're running and they're getting in the sand and they're going, maybe they're going into the ocean, maybe they're going into a lake, or they're running in the mud, yeah, they need a bath. So understand that. If they really don't need a bath, my question is why are you giving them a bath? The second thing is, if they really do need a bath, then you explain to them, obviously, if they've already gotten muddy or dirty, right? You're going to say, listen, you played in the mud, you're dirty. We're going to set it up so you're going to have a bath. And you explain to them why, and you actually, in your mind's eye, this is what it's going to look like. I'm going to fill the bathtub, or if you have a spray, you've got to give Milo, your dog, all the details before you just put him in the bathtub. That's why he has anxiety. He's like, what's going on? Why am I doing this? Nobody's telling me. Why am I getting a bath? I like feeling dirty. And he might like feeling dirty, but, he's not a cat, meaning he's not a feral cat that lives outdoors 24/7. He's a dog that's domesticated that lives in the house. So you need to explain to him, Milo, you're dirty. If, you're in the house, we got to clean you so you can hop on the bed and hop on the couch and sleep with us and cuddle with us and all that. The more details, Andrea, that you give him, the more he's going to understand. But the key behind talking with him, either out loud or telepathically with the images in your mind, is you cannot, sweetie, you cannot have anxiety around it. You can't feel fear. Oh my God, will this work? Oh my God, is he going to lose it? Oh my God, is the whole bathroom going to become a mess? Because guess what? Everything And this applies to all of us. Anything that we're afraid of that might happen, animals pick up on that. And that's what they respond to. They're not responding, oh, she just explained to me why, but now she's freaking out, or now she's upset, or now she's doubting herself or himself. Doesn't matter. So, beautiful question. Beautiful question. Does that help you, Andrea? And I want to go back to Freedom. Freedom, did you ask your question about getting it? Hey, Tara. Let me go back down here. Yes. Regular feeling. Okay. Try Dawn dish soap. It might work, Michelle, but I'm concerned about it's got to get rinsed off really carefully. And you show your dog, okay? And then we're talking whether they're getting a bath for the fleas or they're getting a bath because they played in the mud. Doesn't matter. You explain to them, hey, this is the product I'm using. Now, I understand, Michelle, what you're getting at, but we have to pay very close attention, and rinsing off the dog's or the cat's skin is very, very important because you don't want them to be licking that because of the chemicals. So be very, very aware of that. She's tried. Okay. Fleas come in worse. Okay, so no, we talked at length about flea. Okay. The cats have some, but not as bad. She has been working on anxiety. Yeah. So it's basically her anxiety. She's really got to let go of the past. If we have in our mind's eye and in our hearts all of the past situations, the fleas, the bath, the walking, the barking, the peeing on the carpet and on the curtains and not in the pan. If we have all of those images in our mind's eye, that is all the animal is going to see and will react to, meaning they're going to keep giving it to you. They're trying to help you align with the deep issue of your emotions, your energy. Emotions, good or bad, happy, sad, black, white, up, down, sideways, inward, doesn't matter. The universe doesn't distinguish as good or bad. The universe distinguishes that as energy. And the animals will respond or react to that. Reaction is a behavior that is unacceptable. Reaction is an anxiety. A response is purring. A response is a happy dog that's showing you, hey, I picked up a toy and let's go play. Or cuddles with you. Or just talks. And like, rah, 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 rah. Now that barking and rah, 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 rah can be a conversation as opposed to barking constantly. There's totally difference. And I know you dog moms and dads understand that. Okay. So let me see. Tarja, yes. You need to start, you need to start envisioning and accepting and letting him know verbally, hey, I know you're trying to tell me to raise my vibrations and feel joy and feel happiness. And I welcome you. I welcome you to cuddle with me. I welcome to play with you. When we start envisioning beautiful, positive end results you're looking for, and you really feel it, I mean, you really feel it. And no one would, like, when they look at you, they wouldn't even doubt it, because you don't doubt it, because you're in control. It's all about changing belief systems and knowing everything in your life that's happening is all based on what you are putting out there. Now, today we're talking about animals, but this applies to everything in your life. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think I got it. I don't see him sad or cool. Yes. 12 steps. I don't know what that is. Okay. The Joy Doctor. One of my dogs barks and lunges at dogs. How can, let me put that up here. The Joy Doctor, thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate you. Let's see. One of my dogs barks and lunges at dogs. How can I help him be calm around other dogs? And both of them have anxiety when I leave the house. Okay, let's just start with the physical behaviors you're visually seeing. The aggressiveness towards other animals is coming from something that either your dog picked up from you, with you two together, about you putting in his mind's eye, he's there to protect you. That's one of the reasons why dogs bark excessively and or physically lunge at other dogs and or humans. Because they're human, or anyone else in the family, it doesn't matter, it just doesn't matter. If you, like, for example, the joy doctor, if you say, no, I don't have that, but do a family check-in, the people that are in the home around him, if they're emulating that and have that thought in the mind of, well, my dog is here to protect us at all times, that's all your dog will see. So that's one issue you really want to pay close attention to, is aggressiveness like that. And the constant barking is if you are feeling and thinking, my dog is here to protect me all the time, that's like, you got an attack dog. Now, how do you change that? Yes, we do have our animals, they do want to protect us. But you can train your dog to say, I feel good. Give your dog the job to let you know, especially with a human. The job is, let them be on alert if they pick up negative energy from another human. Not from another dog, but from another human. For your dog not to lunge at other dogs, you probably have that image in your mind's eye constantly. Oh, I can't take them to the dog park. Oh, we can't even walk in the neighborhood. All those images, you got to let go. You got to let them go. You have to be in the present moment. And your energies have to be around, I understand and I trust you. That's another factor. People, we have to not only trust ourselves that we can do this, but we have to trust our energies and trust our animals. If we're on the same frequency with them, with that unconditional love, that compassion, that patience, there's not going to be a problem. And there's not going to be a trust issue. But if we're not, they're not going to trust you. And so that's part of that aggressiveness. I'm going to suggest, Joy Doctor, I'm going to suggest you give your dog a job, especially when you leave the house. Your dog doesn't know why you're leaving the house. Explain to him what you do when you leave the house. Give them the details. The Joy Doctor, go to my link in my bio whenever you're ready. Download, and actually under this video, I forgot, under this video, all of my links are there for the freebies. Click on the freebies and you will see my 12 tips. I address everything that you're expressing here. But your dog needs a job. Your dog needs to feel, oh, goody, I'm going to be doing something while my mom is out and about, because I know she's at work, or she's going food shopping, or she's actually going to go visit a friend, or she's going to the movies because she's already told me. So I'm good with that. Okay. Powerful. I hope that helps you. Hey, Brianna. Hi, sweetie. Best thing to do for deep separation anxiety is not to live in the past. Okay. If you have separation anxiety, and this is powerful. If you didn't watch my video I did yesterday about soul contracts, I'm gonna kind of go off on a sideline, but it really does address separation anxiety. One of the reasons, if you think about it, when your animal and you come into being together, it's a soul contract. It's an agreement that you have prior to coming into these bodies. Okay. And you make this on that soul level. Now, you don't wake up going as an infant, go, okay, I got a soul contract and these are all my agreements and these are all my life challenges. No. But the point is when your animal comes into your life, more than likely, either you're experiencing anxiety and the dog or the cat is here to help you, support you, and or the dog or cat also has anxiety. And that triggers you to even want to help them more because you can relate to it. Same thing applies with trauma. Same thing applies with abuse. Same thing applies even with homelessness. I mean, is it always like that? No. But more than not, it is. So the best thing you can do, I'm going to put this back up. The best thing you can do, Tarja, for separation anxiety is really to go deep within and start understanding that what you're feeling from any separation anxiety that you've experienced in life, one, it's the past. Two, it doesn't have any influence unless you give it energy. And giving it energy means thinking about it, reacting to it, getting triggered by other things. That's creating that reality for you. And in a sense, it's keeping you locked into the past. Now, this also applies to if, let's say, for example, you don't have anxiety, but when you adopted your animal, there was a history of it. Or maybe you don't know if there was a history of it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But by you acknowledging to your animal, okay, I get it. I understand how you're feeling, but you are safe here. I am full of love for you. I am providing you unconditionally, totally in alignment with your love. And I thank you for that. Your calm state will allow them and give them permission emotionally to start feeling that calmness. It's so powerful. And it can happen in a second. It can happen in a second. These are all things that I have learned, not just personally with my animals, all throughout a lot of years here. I'm not going to tell you my age, but also with my clients' animals. It's very powerful. Okay, so I hope that helps. Let's see, what time is it? I have a couple of more minutes. My dog poops on the sidewalks next to the house. What is she trying to tell me? I'm gonna address Allison. I'm gonna address yours, and then let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know about your 12 steps, Michelle, that you're talking about. I don't know if it's. Are you talking about my 12 tips? Oh, thanks. I'm like, see, you got to ask. Oh, this is a great example. People, if you've ever gotten to the point where you're like, I don't understand, but you shy away. Well, I'm not going to even ask about that. I don't want to, I'm low, as opposed to, what, 12 steps? What is that for AA? And I'm like, oh, and then I saw tips. I went, oh, she's referring to my 12 tips. So thank you. Never be afraid to be real. Never be afraid to be real. I just had to interject that and that was because, Michelle, I read this statement. Thank you so much, sweetie. I am so grateful for you. Okay. So Allison, this is powerful. Peeing outside the litter box. You move me and Allison. First, I'm going to go and address Allison, and then I'm going to address you move me about peeing outside the litter box. Okay. So Allison, my dog poops on the sidewalk next to the house. What is she trying to tell me? I'm trying to figure out what I need to work on, what the emotional imbalance. Okay. So pooping outside on the sidewalks. Yeah, it's not the grass. Okay, I get that. More than likely, if you're playing that over and over in your mind, like even before you grab the leash or before you let her out, you're going, oh my God, and we go outside. Is she going to do this again? You got to stop that. You got to just let go of that. You've got to start anew. Just breathe. Use my meditation, in fact. My meditation for all or any behavioral or emotional issues will guide you so that you become aware of what it is that you know that no longer resonates for you. And for you, Allison, it's probably hard to get out of the picture of your mind's eye. Oh my God, is it going to do it again on the sidewalk? Is she going to do it again on the sidewalk? So that's the first thing you need to do. More than likely, that anxiety, I'm actually going to give me a second. Oh, so if you don't want to walk on the grass, if you have anxiety about walking on the grass, getting your shoes wet, or you forgot to bring the little bags, anything that creates resistance, that's part of the problem. Let me undo this. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Allison? Oh my God, the Joy Doctor, you are so welcome. What job do I give them when I leave the house? So you can give your dog the job to watch over the house while you're gone. And, you know, he can alert, he can protect the house like that. That's a beautiful job. And if there's other animals in the house, that he could watch over them and just be there for them. Okay, so Allison, are you still here? What did I ask you? Okay, so none of that is what's going on in your mind's eye. Is that correct? And you don't put dog shoes on her, do you? Does she wear dog shoes? Because some people have their animals wear shoes, boots. Does she wear boots? And has she always done this? Has she always done this from day one? She goes on grass too. Not it's everywhere. We can I don't understand. We congratulate? I'm not sure. Could you retype that? I'll wait. Just retype that. I know it's got to go. She goes on grass too. Not it. No. No. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. I don't know the point of that, but that's okay. Okay, good. Excellent. We congratulate. No sniffing. Does she sniff like when she's playing with her toys? I'm curious. When she's playing with her toys or with her food, could you tell that she's sniffing? Does she sniff other things as opposed to sniffing outside? Yes, always. Is that right? Wherever we gather. Okay, good. Okay, so her olfactories are fine. I'm going to recommend you start brand new with your energies and you envision her and congratulate her and leave the past in the past. Do not hold that in your heart. You can even explain to her, Mom just got brand new little baggies and they're so super colorful, like purple or whatever. And we're going to use that when I'm going to pick up your poop because, you know, that's what we have to do. So nobody else steps in it. Make it fun. Make it fun. Also, that's the other thing I'm picking up from you. Is it a chore? Is it sometimes feeling like a chore to you? Because our animals will reflect that. If it feels, yes to sniffing, fantastic. If anyone who walks her feels, oh God, would you please get it over with and go on, you know, or I only have a couple of minutes. Oh, you know, if everybody's in a hurry who's ever walking her, that's all part of it. That's all part of it. And quite frankly, if you're in a hurry, most of the time, that's why she's doing it on the cement. Well, I'll do it right here. So, and on the side of the house, because she knows people don't walk on the side of the house. So I hope that helps. I want to address the peeing outside the litter box. So you moved me. I want to know, first and foremost, have you taken your cat or kitten to the vets? When it comes to peeing, it's very important to rule out any imbalances, the physical imbalances. Have you taken, and what is your cat's name? Annoying to step in. Yep. There you go. There you go. That's the problem. That image in your mind is exactly what the problem is. How would you feel if you were in a dog's body and you really wanted to enjoy sniffing around, taking your time, and your human was like, oh God, I'm gonna step in it again. Well, that's a reflective of them. They can't help it. They gotta poop. I mean, we poop, right? We can't help it. That's a good thing when we poop, right? Put your heart and your mind and your feelings as though you were her, and see how you would feel. Kiki, okay. And did she have any type of urinary tract infection or any bladder issues going on? Because we always want to rule that out. Because, sorry, my throat gets really, really dry. So if there's no physical issues going on, then it has to do with your energies. Again, I've repeated this throughout, and I'll repeat it as often as needed. Whatever we envision in our mind's eye about the circumstance, about the behavior, oh my God, she's doing it again. She's going to keep doing it. So you need to shift your energy and let her know that you got the memo. You got the message from her. She's trying to help you with your energy. She's trying to help you. Got it. Thank you. Allison, you're so welcome. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes it takes a little digging, you know. And again, I am not doing a reading. I am coming from an intuitive side of things that, you know, energetic wise. Boom. Which of course could be a reading, I guess. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, I felt her. I did feel her. I will never deny when I feel an animal. And I feel Kiki. Also, Kiki, I'm going to tell you this. You moved me. She possibly has an intestinal parasite, had antibiotics, a little bit of extra minerals. Okay, so even if that is the problem, I want you to erase. I want you to let go of the past of her peeing outside. And I want you to embrace and be of joy when she uses the litter pan. And get this. I'm going to share something with you. You need to clean the litter pan 2 times a day. 2 times a day. And I'm going to recommend that you be in joy and happiness when you do clean the litter pan. You be in gratitude for cleaning that litter pan, because I guarantee you're not going to have any more problems. You're not going to have any problems. Yes. And you move me, definitely. Use my free resources. Go to my link below this video where it says free resources, freebies is the dulsanea.com/freebies. Use those resources. They are powerful, and they'll be a friendly reminder to help you so that every day, excuse me, you start living more and more and more in the present moment and letting go of the past, both emotionally, verbally, you know, and visualize it, what you're visualizing in your mind's eye, the whole kit and caboodle. Okay. So I know she's trying to tell me. Yep. Let's see. What is this? Update from last week. My 2 cats. Oh, and Shadow are working it out and are fighting less. Yay! I see them differently and letting them freely relate. So thank you. You are so welcome. Now I love this, Freedom. I love this. Thank you so much. I just got dragon bumps. So now what I want you to do, Freedom, is just dive in deeper. Whenever you feel that level of anxiousness, just know it's all about fear, right? It's a level of fear of going, I really need to examine that, but I don't want to. But no, I need to. Just open yourself up and be in gratitude and thank yourself. Just thank yourself. That's so, so important. So I'm so excited for you, and I'm so excited for them. Yes, ma'am, Joy, present moment, drop the past. Yep. And listen, will you ever, never, ever go back to the past? I mean, that's our journey here, is learning to recognize, oops, I'm in the past. The goal of everyone's journey is to not be, have less dips and have more of going further and further and up. So my point is just be in grace with yourself. Don't beat yourself up. That's not learning. Just say, oops, I slipped. I get it. And then go to your animal, or unless they're right in front of you, and go, thank you for reminding me. People, it is so important to be in gratitude with your animals. It's so powerful. And guess what? When you're in gratitude, it raises your vibration automatically. You don't have to take a pill for that. You don't have to have a glass of wine for that. You just have to change your vibration, because all of you are amazing souls. You all are here for beautiful reasons. So stop looking at all of the challenges as horrible things. Okay, I get it. All right, now I'm going to look at my challenges as ways to learn more about myself and grow with my animal. It's powerful. My cats are my teachers. Exactly. Oh my God, exactly. So that's all the time I have with this live. I hope I have 13 amazing souls here. I hope I was able to help you and address your circumstances and issues. But if I didn't answer your specific question, just go back in your mind's eye and realize, wait a minute, where are my energies? And use my free resources to help align your energies with your animal's energy. Because the bottom line is that they're all here to teach us. And how do they teach us? They teach us through unconditional love. But sometimes it gets lost, right? Because of the challenges, and then our brains get stuck. And oh my God, oh, woe is me. Oh, what's wrong with her? Oh, what's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with any of you. There's everything right with all of you. You just have to awaken to this fact. And that's what else I do in my one-on-one private coaching, as well as in my Animal Communicators Mastery Group. So if you feel that you need more guidance, whether in a group setting or in a private coaching setting or a combination of both, definitely the links below this video is for that. Lori, you're so welcome. James, you're so welcome. Oh my God. Oh, Vanessa, I'm so glad you're here. You have a beautiful day. Send me an email or a text message. I want to hear how things are going. I want to hear how the boys are doing and how your yoga studio is doing. I'm just so excited for you. So, all right, everybody. And feel free to make comments after this video is up and posted, whatever the terminology is for YouTube. And I will address your questions. If it's a specific question for a reading, then just book a session. All right. Hey, Aria. Oh, good morning. I'm just signing off, sweetie. So everybody have a great day. I will see you next Sunday. And probably next Sunday I'll come back to free live animal readings. Since I think a lot of people really get, they get a good feel from that, and they get a better understanding of what's going on in their lives with their animals, whether they're physically here or not. So have a wonderful Sunday, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Namaste.